Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Well, that's it. Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnal quit Doctor Who. They will finish off their tenure in 2022. This is not surprising news to me. I've tried to tell you lot about this. When the rumours of Jodie leaving came out, I said Chris Chibnal would go. And you lot were saying, no, he's going to stay till the anniversary. Chris Chibnal's got big plans, blah, blah, blah. They'll never get rid of Chris Chibnal. There's an exclusive article here from Radio Times. There are details here to discuss, so let's get to it. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Please subscribe to the channel and press the little notification bell so you never miss this perfection. Because for all of your Doctor Who news and updates and opinions that I talk about DC and other parts of entertainment. Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnal confirmed to leave Doctor Who in 2022. Jodie and I made a free series and out pact with each other at the start of this once-in-a-lifetime blast. Do you believe him? Nope. I don't either. Whittaker's departure had been rumoured for several months, though Chibnal's future with the BBC sci-fi series was less certain until now. In fact, the same Mirror article who said Jodie was leaving said that Chibnal would remain. They got that wrong. Both star and showrunner will bow out following a 6-part series set to air later in 2021. 2 specials already planned for 2022, plus one final feature-length adventure for the 13th Doctor, which will also mark the BBC's centenary next year. So, we thought they were doing 8 episodes for season 13. No. Only 6 episodes, which is about one story, then a trilogy of specials next year. One on New Year's Day, I think one in the... I don't know how it's working, by the way. I think there's one in the spring, and I don't know when they're doing the other one. Or maybe they're putting 2 back to back. I am not sure, but they're done in 2022. So don't expect any more Doctor Who till 2023, maybe not even till 2024. Who knows with these people? Very interesting. But I will make it clear, Doctor Who is not ending. Anyone who's going to be spreading that malicious gossip, it's not true, because this would be the article saying Doctor Who finished after season 13 and 3 specials in 2022. In a statement, Chibnal said, Jodie and I made a free series and out pact with each other at the start of this once-in-a-lifetime blast, and now our shift is done and we're handing back the TARDIS keys. Jodie's magnificent, iconic Doctor has exceeded all our high expectations. She's been the gold standard leading actor, shouldering the responsibility of being the first female Doctor. With style, strength, warmth, generosity and humour, she captured the public imagination and continues to inspire adoration around the world, as well as from everyone on the production. I can't imagine working with a more inspiring Doctor, so I'm not going to. We'll talk about it. For me, leading this exceptional team has been unrivaled creative fun and one of the great joys of my career, so I'm so proud of the people we've worked with and the stories we've told. To finish our time on the show with an additional special after the pandemic changed and challenged our production plans is a lovely bonus. It's great that the climax of the 13th Doctor story will be at the heart of the BBC centenary celebrations. I wish our successors, whoever the BBC and BBC Studios choose, as much fun as we've had. They're in for a treat. Yeah, but the thing is, are we in for a treat, Chris? This is the issue, isn't it? Whittaker, who was cast as the first female incarnation of the Doctor in 2017, said in 2017, I opened my glorious gift box of size 13 shoes. I could not have guessed the brilliant adventures, worlds and wonders I was to see in them. My heart is so full of love for this show, for the team and who make it, for the fans who watch it and for what it has brought to my life, and I cannot thank Chris enough for entrusting me with his incredible stories. We knew that we wanted to ride this wave side by side and pass on the baton together. So here we are, weeks away from wrapping on the best job I have ever had. I don't think I'll ever be able to express what this role has given me. I will carry the Doctor and the lessons I've learned forever. I know change can be scary and none of us know what's out there. That's why we keep looking. Travel hopefully, the universe will surprise you constantly. Piers Wenger, director of BBC Drama, paid tribute to both Chibnal and Whittaker, saying the pair have made Doctor Who history with their time on the show. Incredibly marked on our memories. From Rosa Parks to Ascension of Cybermen, Chris and Jodie have given Doctor Who some of its most life-affirming and tear-jerking moments to date, and we are beyond excited to see what they have in store for us in the new series this autumn. Jodie's final adventure to mark the BBC's centenary in 2022 is set to be a Doctor Who special to remember. I'd like to thank them both for the incredible work on the show. Whittaker and Chibnall's first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, aired in October 2018. For her first two series, the 13th Doctor was accompanied by companions Yaz Mandip Gill, Graham Bradley Walsh and Ryan Tosin Cole. Walsh and Cole departed the series in 2021's New Year's Day special, Revolution of the Daleks, with comedian and actor John Bishop set to join Whittaker and Gill for the upcoming Series 13 as new companion Dan Lewis. Chibnall's era on the show is also notable for having introduced a new incarnation of the Master, played by Sacha Dhawan, and the enigmatic future Doctor Joe Martin, and for radically reinventing the Doctor's origins in 2020 episode to Timeless Children. Fans, calm down. Doctor Who fans, calm down. You can't get to the author of this article through this video or through reading this. Whittaker was voted the show's second most popular Doctor of all time in 2020 RadioTimes.com poll, coming second to David Tennant's 10th Doctor. Who voted for this? We know this is a fraud. David Tennant's 10th Doctor Who was also voted Best Science Fiction Show of 2020 by RadioTimes.com. Readers beating out competition from The Mandalorian, Lucifer and The Boys. Now there is another article here because I want to get these details a bit specifically. So there's more pieces of information from Radio Times. We need to get this right. Doctor Who Series 13 will be... Thank you for getting in my way. What are you doing? Go away. Right. Doctor Who Series 13 will be 6 episodes long with trilogy of specials in 2022. Right. So we have a trilogy of specials in 2022. They've cut 2 episodes off. Only 6 episodes for the season 13. For season 13. 6 episodes, 1 story. Don't know exactly when that's actually coming out. The third special will air in the autumn of 2022. So there's a special on New Year's Day, as it has been under Chibnall. There then will be a spring special, which is April or May or something like that. And then to finish off Jodie Whittaker's and Chris Chibnall's era, we've got the final Doctor Who of their tenure in the autumn around September or October time. So obviously no Doctor Who is happening in 2022 apart from this. Now, I can't see whoever's going to get the keys to the TARDIS being able to put anything out in 2023 unless it's September or October. We may not have more Doctor Who till 2024. We'll have to wait and see. It was originally announced that there would be 8 episodes in the season, but it has now been announced that the main series will consist of just half a dozen episodes, each of which will form part of an ongoing storyline. In addition, a trilogy of specials will now air in 2022, one more than had previously been planned, with the first airing on New Year's Day 2022 and the second following later in the spring 2022, and as we've already said, the final one in the autumn. So that's all the Doctor Who you're getting in 2022. Well, let's discuss this. I am extremely happy about this. This never worked. I'm sorry, but it didn't. Were there great episodes in the Whittaker-Chibnall run? Of course there was. There were some great episodes. There was quite a few episodes I liked in season 12. There's no question about that. Most of them I can't even remember the titles of. Did I like the companions? No. Brilliant actors, but he never did enough groundwork on the companions. Let's look back on the revival's companions. Rose, right? Freema Agyeman's, Martha Jones, Catherine Tate's, Donna Noble, Amy, Karen Gillan's, Amy Pond, Arthur Darvill's, what's his name? I can't remember the character's name, I'm losing my memory. Arthur Darvill's Rory Williams. We had, what was her name? We had Peter Capaldi. We had, obviously, Clara. She was awesome, right? I know some people didn't like her, but I think she was awesome. So, Coleman did a great job with her. I'm sorry, but the names are just slipping from my mind. Is it not Olivia Coleman? It's the other Coleman. I'm sure they're not even related anyway. So then we had Bill. We had Nardo, who were kind of okay. Nardo Some people didn't like him. And then we've had these companions. So these companions are the least developed out of all the revival companions. So he didn't do a good job ever with companions. I don't know what he's going to do with these new companions. It will be interesting. You could probably, if you're not into Doctor Who right now, skip all of this. I'm not going to skip all of this, and I'm not suggesting people should. I'm just saying. It's going to be very interesting where we go from here. But for me, this is good news. I'm not going to shit on Jodie Whittaker. I think she's a nice lady. I think she's a talented lady. And I think Chris Chibnall's a good writer. He just didn't show it with Doctor Who. He occasionally showed it with a few episodes, I admit. And season 12's arc of The Timeless Child was interesting to me, and it didn't trigger me. And now we're going to find out how this all plays out. Because here's the problem. He's leaving. He can't leave it like this. He cannot leave The Timeless Child like this. No other showrunner is going to want to deal with this. So he's going to have to fix it in some way. And I just don't know how he does that. First of all, he's going to be slaughtered if he doesn't explain the Jo Martin Doctor, the Doctor Ruth, right? He's got to explain her Doctor. He's got to explain the Timeless Child arc. And he's got to do it all in a way where we can put it all in a box and it doesn't affect the future of Doctor Who. So, with that said, as I said, I'm happy about this because I don't think he was the best showrunner. I don't think a lot of people like him and like what Jodie Whittaker did and what he did. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine if you like it. But now we have to talk about the future of Doctor Who, because clearly there is a future. Now, this nonsense about him and Jodie having a 3-year and out pact, I don't believe that. I don't get that. Why would a showrunner in such a big position quit after 3 years at the same time as his lead? Let's look at the revival's past again. Russell T Davies did 5 years, season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, the specials, which took a year to do. So he was there for 5 years. Stephen Moffat, season 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The man did 6 seasons and specials. So that's going against time. They in fact kept Moffat there longer than he wanted to be there. We know that. But clearly they didn't keep Chibnall there longer than he wanted to be there, right? So this is a sacking. I mean, all the doctors, apart from Eccleston, have done 3 years and out. So you can understand the timing of her exit. But she was always going to go. I think that Chibnall has been fired and they've wrapped this up in the bicentenary year. Let's wrap it up like that. Let's send you out with a bang. But he has been sacked as showrunner of Doctor Who. I told you back in season 11 they were not happy with him, but there were contracts, there were agreements, and there was no one to come in to fix this shit, so they couldn't do that. So they persevered with his season 12. They told him to do something a little bit more interesting in season 12, which I think he did. But there were still problems, of course. You know, the breaking of the canon of the Timeless Child. Again, I'm not up in arms about it because I don't know how it's going to end. I'll judge it when it ends. He can't do anything that's going to leap off to something else. So it's going to be interesting. Before we discuss who should be the next Doctor, and we'll get there, because we can talk about specifics of genders, identifications, you know, whether it should be a woman, a man, or somebody else, you know, an LGBTQ member, you know, a black person, a minority. We've got to have these discussions. But first of all, I want to talk about the showrunner, because I've discussed this on my channel before. Alex Kingston has just done an amazing Doctor Who novel. It is fantastic, and I was able to read it early on before its release. I don't know even if it's released yet. Alex Kingston loves Doctor Who. Doctor Who literally loves Alex Kingston. I think she should be the showrunner. And I know what you're going to say, that it's nuts. But her novel is sensational. She loves the fans. The fans love her. She's got a great way about her. And you know, listen, running Doctor Who's a thankless task. I mean, I take it just like that. I'd love to run the show and play the Doctor, but that's never going to happen. But she would be the one I appoint because, and of course it would be a lot of pressure for her, the first female showrunner. That's a lot of pressure, but she can do it. And I think she would put it in a way that didn't trigger people who maybe don't agree with this kind of thing. Now, I don't see why you should be upset about a female running Doctor Who if she's got the talent. And you know, River Song could recur. Now, I know in the end we know that River Song dies, and we've seen her full story to a bit, but there must be other adventures out there that she can be involved in. But I think she should be the showrunner. I mean, I think Alex Kingston would make a great Doctor, and why not? Why wouldn't the Doctor regenerate into the person that he's in love with? Why not? It would be interesting. I would do it. But being a showrunner and playing the Doctor is a hard job. I know that Peter Capaldi actually wanted to do it, and there was rumours he was going to take over from Moffat. I would have loved that, because Peter Capaldi really loves Doctor Who and had some really interesting ideas how to go with Doctor Who. But I would go with Alex Kingston, and I wouldn't be bothered if she was the Doctor as well. But that's fairy tale land. I mean, you never know. This is what I think. I think they're grooming her. I know I can't find a better word, but I think they've been grooming her through this Doctor Who novel and for a long time. She's a very good communicator. I would give her the job. As a Doctor Who fan, I'd be very happy with Alex Kingston playing the Doctor and being showrunner. As I said, it's a hard job. But she could at least be a showrunner. I don't think, and a lot of people are going to start talking about another Doctor returning and things like that, and old showrunners, maybe Stephen Moffat, maybe Russell T Davies. Don't discount Stephen Moffat returning. When we were doing the lockdown stuff, Doctor Who Lockdown, he was very passionate. Listen, out of RTD and Stephen Moffat, if I was going to say one of those we're going to return, I would say Stephen Moffat, for sure. He's got the Doctor Who vibe, and he's had a break from it as well, although I think he's busy with Netflix again. But I would say if one of them was going to come back, it would be him. Then maybe you could have Alex Kingston as the Doctor. Again, you lot are probably shouting at me. So, if not Moffat, if not RTD, who comes in to take over? Listen, the reason I like the idea of Alex Kingston, she's not part of the Doctor Who Country Club. I don't want another one of this gang to come in. These people who have written Doctor Who and have been involved in Doctor Who since RTD took over have done a great job. But it's time to hand over the baton. You know, there's been rumours of Peter Jackson. He would do an amazing job. We really need Doctor Who to go on another level now. This show, because of its concept, has so much potential. I don't know who else could come in right now. They could be looking at an unknown. But looking at the beat realistically, if they're not going for Alex Kingston, I think you are looking at a female showrunner who's part of a minority. Could be any minority. Most probably a black woman. And I am not going to say, oh my God, they shouldn't do that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with the BBC and the way they're going right now, that wouldn't surprise me. So don't be surprised. This could go down a direction. You know, if we talk about SJW, extreme left politics, if you think this was a problem, and I don't, I had never had an issue with Jodie's gender. That wasn't my issue with Jodie's Doctor or Chris Chibnall's running of Doctor Who. That never had anything to do with it. I never used to go to bed at night and say, oh, I wish I could have a female Doctor. But there's so many great actresses who could be a great Doctor. So he really could go down the rabbit hole and really go down this extreme left path. And that wouldn't surprise me. I don't expect, a lot of people think, oh yeah, they're going, everything's going to be all right then. No. I think we should know better than that. So Doctor Who could go down a worse road. But listen, Doctor Who's always been a big moneymaker since the revival began for the BBC. It's up to them what they want to do. But if you want to go down the female path, Alex Kingston is brilliant. And as I say, she would be a great Doctor as well. That is the direction I would go down. It would keep everyone from the extreme left who would insist on another female Doctor. There shouldn't be an insistence on that. It should be the best person, but never mind. And obviously the first female showrunner, it would be perfect. She's perfect. The fans like her. Look, this is a transition that could work so well. So that is my number one pitch. Alex Kingston as the new Doctor Who showrunner and Alex Kingston as the Doctor. No one is going to agree with me about this, but this is the way I would go. So, to reiterate the big news, Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker will quit Doctor Who in 2022. They are actually finishing up the episodes they're doing now. So I don't know how quickly the replacements will be brought in and start working. I have no idea. As I say, it is my guess, and I could be wrong, we may not see any more Doctor Who till 2024 or to at least late 2023. But we've got 3 feature-length episodes next year, so really that should be our dose of Doctor Who, because they've got to finish off their era. And there will be questions about how this era finishes and how that he deals with the Timeless Child. You see, it's a bit weird to me. You do this arc, and then really you've got to put the red lights on and halt it. This is something that should have had legs for the next few years and into the anniversary, you know, but it's not going to do that. So, new showrunners will be in charge. Listen, we've had Doctor Who fans running Doctor Who for a long time. And I mean, Alex Kingston, my #1 suggestion, is a Doctor Who fan as well. But maybe it's time to bring a cold and calculated showrunner who understands the lore, who can study the lore, who doesn't know it so well. Because I think the issue has been, maybe when you're a fan, you have a projected opinion on how Doctor Who should be, but it's away from what other fans think Doctor Who should be. I think Russell T Davies did a great job. I think Stephen Moffat is the Zack Snyder of Doctor Who, but he did many, many good things. There was inconsistency. And Chris Chibnall, I'm afraid, didn't show the guile that he showed in season 1 of Broadchurch. As I say, he had some great episodes, but that's not enough. So it really is up to the BBC what they do here. Do they want to go down a more of an extreme left direction and totally destroy this show until there's nobody watching this? Or bring in Alex Kingston, as I suggest? That ticks all the boxes, and it is about box ticking, and we can't pretend it isn't. What do you think? Are you happy about Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker leaving Doctor Who? I am, in a respectful way, but it could be worse than them by the time the BBC have finished. Don't forget about that. So what do you think about their exit? Who would you like to be the new showrunner of Doctor Who? And who would you like to be the next Doctor? I've given you my picks for the next Doctor and the next showrunner, the same person, Alex Kingston. It's an out there left field kind of pick for me, but I've been thinking about this for a very long time. So please let me know who you would replace Chibnall and Whittaker, Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall with. There's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of great showrunners and producers, but who would you get to replace Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall? I will see you again in the next video. Wow, exciting news, exciting developments, always first here on Movies TV Mad. See you again soon.